Whether we're experiencing a market crash or just trying to utilize LEAPS contracts in a safe way. From looking at actual back-tested results in the historical option chain, the best way to do it is What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Average Joe Investor channel. We've talked a lot recently about how you can utilize LEAPS contracts or long-dated call options that you purchase, not sell, but purchase, and how much of an impact they can have on your portfolio, for good and for bad. And based on back-tested results with historical option chains, it's undisputed that when the market grows, then LEAPS contracts grow exponentially more. But the flip side is also true. When the market drops or the market stays flat, LEAPS contracts tend to lose more value than if you just owned the shares. And within the Patreon community and the Discord chat we have with daily office hours, a question from a member came up and asked about, well, can you buy LEAPS contracts? Is there a safer way to do it? And my initial answer was, well, yes, the further in the money you go, the higher the delta, the safer the contract. And in this video, with this spreadsheet that I built out as a supplement to a spreadsheet I had already previously created, we looked at, well, in the case of a market crash, is there some level of LEAPS contract deep in the money, higher delta, that actually holds its value relatively well, or at least matches somewhat the actual losses occurred in the shares? And then the second scenario we looked at is, in the scenario of a flat market, I would expect LEAPS contracts to go down in value in that scenario because LEAPS contracts are made up significantly of extrinsic value or time value. But is there a specific strike price, a specific level in which I can actually retain most, if not all, of my value? Okay, so first scenario here is we're going to look at what happens for our LEAPS contracts when we're in a market crash of some sort, like a correction of at least 15, 20, 30%. And we're diving into the spreadsheet here. So the situation we looked at here was for the S&P 500, and the specific time frame that we looked at was December 2021 through December 2022. And if we go to the chart here, you can see right here the market hit a high right at the end of 2021, right around 475, 477. And we looked all the way to the end of December here where the market was down closer to 407. So a significant loss here. And specifically here, you can see that the loss was from 477.18 to 382.74, a loss on the shares of 19.79%. So the question there is, in the loss like that of 20% on the shares, is there some level of strike price on the LEAPS contract that allows us to kind of match that somewhat? So maybe lose maybe 20, 25%, but not lose 50, 60, 70% of our value. So let's look at the option chain. This was the option chain at the beginning of the time frame when we would have got in December 2021. And so I wanted to look at here the 85 delta, the 90 delta, and the 93-ish delta right here. So that's the 240 strike, the 270 strike, and the 310 strike when the market was at 477. So significantly in the money. And already I'm saying to myself, well, if I have to buy the shares for $47,000 per contract, here I'm spending $18,000. That's not bad for LEAPS contracts. That still gives us about a little under 3x leverage. Here we're at maybe 2x leverage. And then here again, we're already around 2x leverage, so not as ideal. But let's take a look at what would have happened here. We fast forward over here to this option chain right here, and the market's at, again, 382.74. So we see here, these are the option contract values. Again, the strike price is 240, 270, and 310. And I'm going to go down here. Here is what would have happened to those contracts during that time frame. Again, the loss for the shares was 19.79%. The best delta would have been 93. The 93 delta resulted in the best result, which was still a loss of 33% instead of 19%. The 90 delta still lost 36% of value, and the 85 delta lost 40% of value. So what I found here, and beyond the 93 delta, even if you were to go to like a 96, 97 delta, the amount of capital you'd have to put up in order to do that doesn't make it, there's no benefit there. You might as well just own the shares. And you can see the real dollar values here. 18,000 became 10. 21,000 became 13, and 24,000 became 16. The higher the delta, the more capital you have to put into the trade. Now remember, just because we lost more money with the LEAPS contract doesn't mean that they're not valuable, because remember, you're putting far less capital into the trade, right? 10, 15, maybe 20,000 instead of 40, 50, $60,000. You don't get to collect the dividends, which is a downside, but when the market is up significantly, then your LEAPS contracts are up significantly, up 100, 200% in value. Can you actually find a LEAPS contract based on the strike price, based on that delta, that actually is relatively safe, or at least kind of matches the results of the shares owned in a crash? I think the answer there is no. But then again, that's not why we buy LEAPS contracts. We do it for the potential growth. But let's talk about a flat market. In a flat market, what kind of options do we have available to us? Is there some way to structure a LEAPS contract deeper in the money, more so than normal, so that you can actually maintain most, if not all, of your value when the market doesn't do anything at all? So here we looked at two different examples. One was the S&P 500 and one was QQQ, the NASDAQ 100. And the approximate time frame we're looking at for the S&P 500 is right in this range right here. I've got the actual option chains, but right around 417 in this range here to 421 the following year. Okay, so the market was technically up, if we go back to the spreadsheet here, the market was technically up during this time frame 0.99% or 1% gain. So then the question becomes, is there a way, how deep in the money would we have to go to structure the trade so that we actually don't lose value? So in this situation, given a market price of 417.38 at the time that we would enter the contract, I looked at the 75 delta, the 80, the 85, and the 89, but essentially 90 delta. So that would be, given a market price of 417, that'd be a strike price of 345, 315, 280, and 240. And this was the, I went up to the furthest expiration on the contract. So at this time, the best or the farthest out was December of 2024. So then fast forward, coming over here, same contract, December 2024, but fast forwarding exactly a year, we can see that the market price was 421, and here are the contract values right here. And I took the midpoint for all these values. And what you'll notice here, if we look at the 75 delta first, again, we spent in $10,950. It's now worth $10,418, which is a loss of 4.8%, okay, against a gain of 1%. So that's not terrible, but just FYI, at the 75 delta at this time, you'd have had to have spent, what, $11,000 against $41,000. Not too bad. Now, the 80 delta here at the 315 strike, that'd be, you spent $13,100, and that was worth $12,833. So deeper in the money, more value retained. Now we only lose 2%. At the 85 delta, we spent $15,758, and then that contract was worth $15,781. Now we're talking. Now we actually are at 0.15%, so 0.15% gain for this LEAPS contract. And then lastly, the 90 delta, we should see even a bigger gain here. We spent $19,000 compared to only 15, 13, and 10. And our 19,000 was now worth 19,277, or a gain of 1.46%. So at least when it comes to the SPY S&P 500 contracts, yes, there is a way to structure it to make sure that you don't lose any value, though you are going to have to put up far more capital to do so. Then the question becomes, in the event that the market does go up significantly, that higher delta is not going to grow as much as the smaller delta. And we tested this. The previous back test we did for IWM, SPY, and QQQ found that the 10% in the money contracts did grow in value, and they grew more in that market growth cycle than just shares owned, right? Maybe if the market was up 20%, then you might be up 55 or 60%, which is still great. But those at the money or out of the money contracts grew 110, 150, 200+%. So then the question becomes, why are you buying LEAPS contracts? Are you doing it to use it as leverage to, create income with the poor man's covered call? Great, that's fine. If you're trying to do it to grow for capital growth purposes, then still the at the money or out of the money contracts, or maybe just slightly in the money, make more sense than these really deep in the money contracts where you're having to put up far more capital. Now, we also tested this with the NASDAQ 100, QQQ, so let's take a look at those results. Now, for QQQ, here's the time frame we're looking at, about May of 2022 to May of 2023, right in this range where the price was in like the 320, 321 range right here, all the way fast forward all the way to April of the following year, April of 2023. Now, in this specific time frame right here, you can see that we've got the contract at the time we started where it was 5/3/2022, and the market price was $318.99. Now, you fast forward a year, market price is now $320.21, which is a 0.38% gain. So truly a flat market here. Now, during this time frame, same idea, 75 delta, 80 delta, 85 delta, and 90 delta. So when the market's 319, we looked at 270, 250, 225, and 200. So here at the 270, we're spending, $78,000, $8,000. We're spending $9,200, $9,300 here. We're spending $11,000 and then $13,000. Now we fast forward here, same contract, January of 2024, same strike prices. Let's see how the changes in values occurred. So the 75 delta right here, we initially spent $79.48. And we ended up with $66.56, or a loss of 16.26%. So market was flat, you lose 16%. That's not a terrible situation, right? Because you still have the opportunity with that 75 delta to grow quite a bit. Here's the 80 delta. We spent $9,361 when we bought the contract. Fast forward a year, now it's worth $8,317, which is a loss of 11%. Not terrible, and it's better obviously than the 75 delta, but you had to spend more money. We went from 8,000 to 9,300. Here's the 85 delta. We spent $11,250 essentially on the 85 delta, and that contract went down in value to 10,502, or a loss of 6.62%. And then finally here, the 90 delta. We spent $13,258, which is nearly double the 75 delta. And in that situation, our contract went down in value from $13,258 to $12,773, or a loss of 3.66%. So what's interesting here is we have the same type of situation here where the market was essentially flat on the year, but with the S&P 500, we were able to gain positive value. However, with QQQ though, with that extra volatility, I'm guessing, more money was needed up front to purchase these contracts than the S&P 500 comparatively. And as a result, even though the market was flat, we couldn't go deep enough in the money to actually maintain our value. We still lost money compared to the actual shares owned, though you can get pretty close. But again, the question becomes, once you're that far in the money, once you're spending that much capital to run this trade where you're only at like maybe just a 2x leverage, maybe, the value, the real big benefit of these contracts is starting to go away here. You might as well just own the shares, collect a dividend along the way, especially with the S&P 500, and you can still sell options. So the big key takeaway here when we're looking at utilizing LEAPS contracts and identifying which strike price makes the most sense, you really have to first think about, what am I trying to accomplish? Is the goal of this to grow significantly, to take that opportunity to grow quite a bit, or is the goal to lose as little money as possible but still have quite a bit of leverage compared to owning the shares, so that way we can still sell options and create income? If the goal is to grow, then I think it's worth the risk, in my opinion at least, to go more aggressive here, maybe 70 delta, 60 delta, even a 50 delta, or right around at the money at the time you purchase the contract. Because then if the market does grow, you're going to grow quite a bit, much further than you would with just owning the shares. But if the goal is to sell options and create income, and you want to do it with a little more leverage and less capital in the trade, well then you can certainly go deeper in the money to a 80, 85, 90 delta. Just know that a lot more capital is tied up in this trade. Hopefully you found value in this video, guys. Make sure to leave your 2 cents down in the comments below. It's my goal to respond to as many comments as possible on the day I post a new video. And if you want access to this spreadsheet, it's available to all the members of the Average Joe Investor Patreon community. If you're interested in learning more about that, check out the link down in the description below. That's all I got for you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.